their bias is evident. We've all seen it. And now they're trying to smear me for doing my job. And I have to respond to that.
A social media post has caused problems for police officers at a local precinct, and tonight the police chief speaks out. Good evening and welcome to News 10 Night Watch. A Terre Haute police officer is suspended.
It all started with a post on social media. Now Police Chief John Plasse is talking about the issue. News 10 Sarah Schaefer joins us now with more. Sarah?
Chief Plasse says a newspaper article printed over the weekend is not accurate. He says a recent police suspension has nothing to do with politics, and he wants to make that clear.
Terre Haute Police Chief John Plasse is speaking his mind. This comes after a recent media report regarding an officer's suspension.
And their bias is evident. We've all seen it. And now they're trying to smear me for doing my job. And I have to respond to that.
The suspension was announced after a post by Lieutenant Gary Shook. In it, he showed support for mayoral candidate Mark Byrd. But Plasse says that's not why he's suspended.
To support a candidate is perfectly fine. I've done it on my page. I wouldn't discipline somebody for doing the same thing I do.
Plasse says he can't give the specifics because it's a pending case, but it wasn't the first situation involving Shook. He says the post violated the department's social media policy.
I wish I could comment more about it, but when you have one side of the story that clearly says he's being disciplined for supporting a candidate, that is totally false.
The policy states officers can show their support for any political candidate as it's their constitutional right, but it can't happen on duty. Plasse says the state accredited policy is crucial for officers to follow.
It's important for us to behave, I think above and beyond the citizens that we protect. I think we need to set that example.
He says a day before elections, politics are weighing heavy, and he hopes citizens won't let this situation change opinions for the elections.
It makes it look like I'm violating somebody's rights for protecting or for supporting a candidate, and I'm not doing that. I would never do that. And I made that clear to them, and they chose not to run that.
Officer Shook's appeal hearing is in a couple of weeks. We'll be able to report all the details of the suspension then. Back to you.
Thank you, Sarah.